Hey everybody, this is John. Welcome to tonight's video. We're going to take a look at the markets and see what is cooking. A rare day today. We got one of those where we got a gap down and then literally traded in about a almost less than a 20-point range all day long. Originally, when I saw this, I actually thought we had a chance to get down to 76.50, but then all that kind of dried up. But then when it looked like we might rally and we couldn't, that also kind of sent a message to the markets as well. And of course, the same pattern played out in the Nasdaq. And so if we're talking about like, okay, well, what kind of message, did that send, and what were kind of the main stocks that were impacted? Let's take a quick look. So from there, and I want to look at the indexes, but from there, really one of the most important things that happened today, and we haven't seen this in a while, is that we did get island reversals in a lot of key names. Now, island reversals can be at highs or lows. You can see that this wasn't quite an island reversal, but it was close. But this is something where when you get a big, strong gap up and closes near the top of that range, at least in the top 75% of the range, and then the next day you kind of open technically below and stay below it. So it was, almost did that. But that's a really, really, really bearish sign in the short term. We also got a momentum reversal here. So if we look at it just from that perspective, we do have some pretty strong support sitting here at about 15, a little under 1500. So that's still below where we are. Is it worth buying it? I think so, but at this point, the path of least resistance is, it seems like this stuff happens where it's like, oh, there's a down day, and the next day SanDisk is up 200, right? This is the first time where it's like, okay, this is something that after this big move like this, instead of exploding higher, we need to explore some support areas below us. And if we look at Micron technology, you have something very similar. And again, you had the big rally. You got that. Now that was more of an island reversal. Again, not technically a little sloppy because of the way it closed yesterday, but now you've got kind of the same thing. Now Micron has a lot more support over here at 900, but all the things like that are in place. And if you just kind of go through, pick a semi, the picture is kind of the same all over the place. Okay, so that's the first thing you got, is a lot of key stocks like that in that kind of a situation. And then if we look at the Nasdaq itself, the Nasdaq, of course, unlike the S&Ps, has not made new all-time highs for the year. And then we are just kind of coming back here into some retracement levels. Again, nothing major. I would just point out that the only major thing here is that you're seeing this big rotation in the squeeze momentum. Typically, when you see a rotation like this, it is something that you'll see this rotation last 8 to 10 bars, often more, and it can lead to a big opposite move here. Well, it's just now kind of starting to the downside. And then also, if we look at the SPX here, which has been super strong, today was the first day we kind of cracked, and I've been watching the support level right here, which is essentially basically 7,700. I think it's 70. If we look at it here, yeah, 76.9815. And I've been watching that level because a close below it does open up the door at least to a move to the 21 EMA. That's 76.47. At this point, that's like 40 points away, so that's not a big move at this point. And then below that is some support too. So at this point, and then same thing here, the squeeze here has lost momentum. And what does that cause here? So at the very least, I'm sitting here looking for a reversion to the mean, maybe a little bit more. I'm fine playing to the downside of that, but then of course utilizing that to look at some opportunities to go long as well. So anyway, those are kind of the main things that I'm looking at here. If we look at some of the other major asset classes, really the dollar here is so important, and the dollar here was rallying. It's an indication of tightness, and essentially think of it as tightness in the financial money supply, for lack of a better word, liquidity. But we're kind of coming down. This is generally good for stocks, and lower is better, but we're at least holding here. And then if we look at interest rates, this is really just kind of something that's going to wear on the markets, in that, remember, it wasn't that long ago. If we go back in the good old days, let's go to a weekly chart here. And, I still got mortgages that we locked in here at like 2.8%. And we're consolidating here, and at this point, you know, there's not really anything showing signs that we're falling. And I think a lot of people, real estate markets were like, oh yeah, it's going to come back down to here because this is normal, and it's absolutely not normal. We're actually at kind of, since the dawn of modern interest rates, we're kind of, the average is 4 to 6%. You know, kind of, it may be, I think even a little higher than that. So again, kind of the new normal as everything kind of resets for that. And then gold here, I actually do like gold to the long side. Of course, it moved down today, which means, but we're on something like this. You can see we've been kind of fighting through that move back up to the 200 period SMA, and so it's not surprising to get a rejection here, down 1.8%. This is something where this is not my favorite setup. I mean, here we had a nice squeeze, it released energy, but had a lot of questions on gold today, and I just, I don't see a lot here that I love. And then from there, let's take a look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin has been very, very, very quiet. I think this is maybe in the history of Bitcoin the longest quiet period I've seen since back here when it was trading at 20,000. So just kind of, is it building up energy or is it flatlining? A little bit of both. Really, the thing that's going to help Bitcoin the most is, it's a financial crisis where the world is flooded with helicopters full of cash again, and that's really where it shines. And without that, people just kind of sit around and it's like, okay, well, if they don't need to buy anything, I guess we'll hold on to our Bitcoin. It's that kind of a thing, but it's not something that people are. In the lieu of, if you get cash just pouring into the system and it's diluting the purchasing power of fiat money, that's where Bitcoin shines. And right now, that's not a crisis that's really happening. Some standouts today: Apple. Just talking to my wife, who's got the iPhone 13, she's ready to upgrade to the iPhone 18 when that comes out. A lot of people are talking that the 18 is actually going to be a substantial upgrade from the current phones. I've got the 15. I typically wait every couple of years. So I look at this, and in addition to how well they're really slaying it in the AI hardware market, I think the iPhone 18 is going to be pretty solid. So we've got a nice kind of ready aim fire buy here. We've got a rotation here. And even though the markets are a little nuts right now, a little iffy, and it's down from earnings, the fact of the matter is that the Apple is kind of owning a lot of the AI hardware, and in addition to the iPhone 18 coming out, and then a lot of people waiting for the the M6 and the M7 chips, and so I think there's just going to be a lot of pent-up stuff here. Bottom line on this is that I like Apple to the long side here, but a lot of the other Mag 7s here are really more of the Sag 7s. I would love to technically and morally be very short Meta. It was down 25 today, and it's always tough like this. I mean, if you invert it, and it's kind of like, oh yeah, well, I would buy this on a breakout, it's like, okay, well, why not short the breakdown? And I in the past, I was probably more aggressive about that. I just know that the markets tend to drift up, and so if you are shorting, you want to short rallies into resistance, and then you got to be patient for a couple of weeks while it rolls over. But then once it starts rolling over, it's not necessarily a safe entry. That all being said, I certainly would love to short that on a rally. And then if we look at some of the other kind of stocks here, SpaceX has kind of found its level. I think it became public at $135, and that's kind of where it's hanging out right now. One I picked up to the downside today was Marvell, however you call it. This is one where, kind of similar to what we talked about with SanDisk, we talked about Micron. On this one, we got hard stopped at the 50-period SMA and then rejected. Got the sell signal and all that. So it's a bet here that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We've tested this now 7 times. That breaks, and then we could actually come down to this gap fill, and that close was open, high, low close, 193.78. So that's not a huge stretch from here. So again, I'm not looking for like new lows or anything like that. We got the RAF Pro sell, so I like that here. And just a kind of combination of looking at different stocks. Like I like Apple alongside, I like the stock to the downside. I think this is something where it is more of a trading market, and not necessarily, it's just you just buy the dip on everything. VIX here, you can see that the VIX has been up all day, but of course it hit a new low in 2026. at $14.18. So when it's this low, it can stay low, but also there's kind of nowhere to go but up. So the idea that it could get back up to 17, 18, 19, not a stretch. That would also time well with a pullback in the S&Ps, back to the mean. Ticks today were basically below zero all day, not surprising. An advanced decline line under pressure all day long.
Hey, John here with Simpler Trading. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, comment down below and let us know what topic you want to see us cover next. Also, be sure to subscribe and click the bell icon so you can get notified when we release new videos. And if you want to watch us trade in real time using our own money, go to simplertrading.com and learn how to sign up. Good trading, and we'll see you next time.